Hi everyone, this is Keito, and today we're going to be going over the June 7th notice updates for the JP side of WotV Vision. So the TLDW here is there will be an update to Story Quest Part 2, Chapter 2, Scene 2. There will also be a new vision card for, it seems like it will be for Jaden Rundle, and there will be something else, not too sure. There will also be a raid quest, or an explanation about a raid quest. There's also the Omega raid, which will give you the MRVC at level 5, defeating the level 5 rare raid boss. Then there will also be the hard difficulty VC quest that will let you get the MRVC shards. There will also be Viktora, Shadowlynx, and Rairyu's EX jobs. There will also be a update to the gacha banners that will show you that that will show banners that will give you the soul stars and vision stars. And then there will also be applications for the Leonis National Leonis National Coliseum Season 1, which I believe is a PvP tournament. Alright, so going into more specifics, let's look at the first update, which is the preview for Story Quest Part 2, Scene 2, Chapter 2, Part 2, Chapter 2, Scene 2, which will be updated at 3. Now, I just noticed here, but this character is holding a gun that looks very similar to Quesa, which is the magic gun. Although I believe there are some differences, and so she might be a magic gunner. Not too sure. Anyways, we see this character, who I believe was a dark mage? I can't remember. There's also Nivlu, there's Velnu, Garvel, and Mia. I wonder what Mia is doing. Personally, I am not a huge Mia fan after the events that happened with Goga and Saiga. Anyways, thank you very much for playing FFBE WotV Vision starting June 9th at 3 o'clock. Story Quest Part 2, Chapter 2, Scene 2 will be released. Please look forward to it. Okay, moving on, we have the new vision cards. Oinaru, Ojika, and something forest, the warmth of the something forest, and this is basically Grand Buck. Okay, so let's look at that. So obviously this one looks like it's a card designed for Jaden Rundle. It's got his title in it. And so this MRVC is something that you will get for free when you defeat the rare raid boss, the level 5 rare raid boss. Features 2 characters. This isn't Surgus, right? Can't remember who these people are. Anyways, thank you for playing FFB WotV Vision starting June 9th at 3 o'clock. The new vision cards will be released. You are Grand Buck and MR, I guess like warmth of the forests. Sorry, that's a really inaccurate translation, I think. And then the Vision Hard Quest for Grand Buck will be released. So let's look at what Jaden Rundle's VC does. To sort of preface, the general public seems to not like Jaden Rundle in terms of how strong he is as a unit. I personally think it's just because they don't have enough time yet to play with the character, and we will kind of be seeing a better analysis of him down the road. Anyways, let's see what it does. So it's a 70 cost VC. The party ability is only limited to light units, and it gives you area attack type resistance up as well as missile attack up. At max level, it will also give you dexterity up. So yeah, that's definitely made for Jaden Rundle. It gives him missile attack up as well as dexterity. let's look at the limited bestowed effect. So this is also available only to light units, and it gives you light ability attack up. Right, so this is like perfect for Jaden Rundle. And yeah, I mean, seems like a very good card. I think area attack type resistance is always a really strong effect because it does encourage your opposing units to use single attack type attacks, which means that it makes sure that, you know, your tank is the one that actually gets attacked rather than getting your other units AoE down, so that's always really nice. I think this is something where we'll have to wait and see the actual numbers of the VC to see how good it is, but just by looking at these stats, you can tell that it is a very good and dedicated VC for Jaden Rundle. Now let's get the Warmth of the Forest. So this is a party ability that's only limited to ice units, and it gives you Pierce attack up as well as accuracy up. Right, so this definitely seems like it's Sergius. He seems so different without his little cap. Anyways, at max level, it'll also give you slash attack type resistance up. The limited bestowed effect is also limited only to ice units and gives you pierce attack up. So this is a very dedicated card for Sergius. I wonder why this is coming out so... Oh! I'm sorry, we forgot about Viktora. So Viktora is also getting her EX, and that might explain why we're getting a Pierce MR card. So a little disclaimer here, this VC will not show up in summonings, you get it by defeating the rare raid boss level 5. And then the Jaden Rundle VC will have its own Vision Card hard quest where you can farm 2 shards per day. Okay, so then let's move on. We have an explanation of raid quests. So, Reiro quest to wa, what is a raid quest? So, whenever you clear a story quest or an event quest, you'll have a chance at spawning the raid boss, and you can challenge that boss with other players. So this seems to be a general explanation of what raid quests are, which seems kind of weird or out of place, but anyways, so you can check out the raid screen by going into your home and clicking the raid button. And whenever you defeat the boss, its level will increase. And so when you're on auto, it will spawn the raid boss, but then it will go back to autoing your auto repeating. Then you can go into the encounter screen, go into battle settings, go into repeat settings, and then go into stop requirements, and then you can turn on the raid, and then it will stop the auto repeat if you click this setting. Then you can use raid orbs to encounter the raid boss, and these always reset at 5 AM, and you also restore 1 orb every hour. If you used all of your raid orbs, you can use the raid multi-raid restore pot, or you can restore your raid orbs with Viz. The very first time you encounter a boss, you will be given a free encounter so that you don't have to use an orb. Now, for assisting other players with their raid boss, you can do it for free for up to 20 times a day. Sorry, this seems like just an explanation of how raids work, but I'll still translate just in case. So whenever you encounter a raid, you can do it either as a quartet, as a pair, or as a solo. And let's see. And you can change that format even after you encounter the boss, but once you defeat, or once you go into a fight with that boss, you can't change that format. When you go solo, you can't ask for help. Seems kind of obvious, and this will not affect your resonance. Or sorry, your resonance with other units, or sorry, is that affinity? I keep getting those two mixed up together. But basically, affinity doesn't take place where your units get like agility bonuses or anything like that. That will not take place. You can also set a password to your raid. And you will get rewards for defeating a boss within a certain time. And you will also get ranking points. Okay, moving on, you'll get raid boss stock. You can stock up to 10 raid bosses. And there will be a ceiling for rare raid boss encounters, so eventually you will encounter a rare raid. You will have 12 hours to challenge the boss, and you will have 9 hours to re-challenge the boss, which I didn't know that. So ichiro chousen shite kara sairo chousen suru no. Okay, so once you defeat the boss, or once you fight the boss once, then you have 9 hours to re-challenge the boss. I did not know that was a thing. And some little disclaimers. If you lose your connection during the boss, then sometimes there is a possibility that none of the damage that you do will be reflected on the next time you attack. So please make sure you play with a good connection. You will not receive back your orbs if you encounter a connection issue. If your device goes to sleep during or please be careful that your device doesn't go into sleep mode. There's a possibility that you might encounter a download update, so please make sure you don't do that. And yeah, and the subjects of the raid are due to change at any time. Alright, so that was a kind of in-depth explanation of what raid quests are. Okay, moving on, we have the Omega Raid explanation, and this gives you that MRVC when you clear the level 5 Rare Raid boss. Thank you very much for playing FFBE World Division. Starting June 9th at 3 o'clock, we will have the Omega Raid. As the Rare Raid boss, you will be able to encounter the Golden Cactar. This raid features the UR equipment, the Diamond Coat, which is a cloth equipment. You will also get the MRVC upon clearing the level 5 Rare Raid boss. The time of this will be from June 9th to June 16th. The rankings will be from June 16th, and then the ranking rewards acceptance time will be from June 16th to June 23rd. The June Raid Medal Exchange Shop will be available from June 9th to June 23rd. There will also be an update to raids where in raid solo battles you can do auto retry basically. So for the quests, you can do, let's see. Okay, so whenever you clear a story quest or event quest, you'll have a chance at spawning it. Raid boss Omega, its element is dark and its weakness is missile, so obviously Jaden Rundle is very good into it. The rare raid boss is the Golden Cactar, which is wind, and it's weak to pierce, so Viktora EX, Sergius, those units will be good. And let's look at the bonus units. I already talked about this, so I'm quickly going over them here. Jaden Rundle and Rune Knight Stern are the big bonus. Viktora Ershided, Velnu are the medium bonus, and Shadowlynx, Rairyu, Helena Leonis, and Vadim are small bonuses. Okay, let's look at the bonus vision cards. The Jaden Rundle VC is the big bonus, then you've got Carbuncle and Omega, which are medium bonuses, and then you have Big Wall, I can't remember what this VC was, sorry. The Salir VC, and then the new MRVC will be small units, small bonus. The reward will be the Diamond Coat and Diamond Coat Awakening Material. You will also get the MRVC, and you will also get other stuff for crafting recipes and stuff in the June Raid Metal Exchange Shop. Okay, and you can also get Gil. And the person who encounters the raid boss will have more points than the rest. Sorry, this is just basically a repeat of whatever they're saying earlier, so I don't think I need to really go into that. Yep, and let's look at the raid titles. So the raid titles will be the same as always. The person who gets first will be given the title. person who gets 10, and then 100. I really wish they made these different, but it seems like for every raid it's the same title. I feel like that's a bit of a missed opportunity. Okay, moving on. We have the hard difficulty, warmth of the deep forest, I guess, which will let you get the shards for this MRVC. So this will be, you'll have access to this on June 9th at 3 o'clock. And to get this VC, or to unlock this quest, you have to defeat the level 5 rare raid boss. And keep in mind, you have to be the encounter. Okay, and clearing this quest will give you the shards. If you clear all of the quest missions, then you'll get all of the shards necessary for this vision card, which is great. And yeah, and this quest will run from June 9th to June 23rd. Okay, moving on. We have the Viktora, Shadowlynx, and Rairyu EX jobs. And so these will be available in June 9th at 3 o'clock. So it's really fun, I guess, or it's really exciting that Global was able to get the sneak peek of Shadowlynx EX before JP did. I think that was really nice. But we'll have to see how Viktora's and Rairyu's EXs are treated. Okay, so during June 9th and June 16th, these 3 units will have their JP acquisition rate doubled. This will also apply with the Guild Barracks, and will stack with the Story JP and Drop Rate campaigns. Yeah, I wonder what these EXs will look like. For me personally, I wish Rairyu would get even more range. I think that would be really funny because Rairyu has one of the highest ranges in the game. Although that's sort of starting to become less... you know, Jaden Rundle obviously has more range than him, but as an MR unit, that was like one of the coolest things about Rairyu in my opinion. So we'll just have to sort of wait and see. As for Viktora, I don't really have much experience with Viktora, so I'm not really sure what would be a successful EX for hers, but please let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Okay, now moving on, we have a update for the stars. Now starting June 9th at 3 o'clock, you will be seeing a badge icon for banners that will always give you stars. So for those who don't know, there is a new implication of stars in the game where you can exchange these unit stars and soul stars, soul stars and vision stars for basically shards. And that makes it easier to work on units. And so yeah, you'll see these little icons for banners that feature them. Cool stuff. Alright, lastly we have the Leonis National Coliseum Season 1 entry start notice. So let's look at this. I think this is a PvP tournament, right? Okay, so thank you very much for playing War of Divisions. So starting June 26th, we will have the preliminary tournament for the Leonis National Coliseum Season 1. And so here's the information. And so what is the Season 1 Leonis National Coliseum? So this is a tournament that is planned for in the middle of November. And it will be held during the Leonis National broadcast stream. And the 4 best players in the tournament will be featured. So there will be 4 blocks that determine who these players are, and it will be streamed on the Leonis National broadcast. The preliminaries will run from June to 9th, and it will happen 4 times a month. And let's see. And the best 4 from each preliminary... Oh, sorry. Kakutsuki ke yonkai... Oh, okay, so a total of 4 times. And the 4 best players from each preliminary will be featured and shown, and will be able to enter the final tournament in mid-November. Okay, so let's look at the preliminary tournament. So 32 people will be chosen. It doesn't say exactly how per tournament though. And this tournament preliminary will run at June 26th from 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock. The conditions to enter is somebody who can speak and communicate in Japanese, can do match battle, has a Discord account, and can voice chat, can make it to, will be available during the time of the November Leonis national broadcast, and permits the streaming of the tournament. The tournament rules are friend match on Ruins 2, no limits to cost, auto on 1.5 speed. You can change your initial positions, and you can change your formations for every match. Let's get the notice here. So you're going to go into the Discord, and then you'll be with the production staff and submit a screenshot of your formation. And then you cannot change your formation after you get matched with that person. Then the production staff will enter as spectators, and if you are found to break the rules, then you will be automatically forfeit. So the conditions are a best of 1, and in the event of a tie, you will have to rematch. And then the preliminary rewards will be, you will be able to enter the finals tournament for the Leonis national broadcast. You will be given a title in game, which is called Keshousen Yushosha, which means tournament winner. And you will also get other rewards which are not confirmed yet. After the tournament, the rewards will be announced on the Twitter DMs. So please make sure that you can accept DMs from Tonameru JP. Alright, regarding the preliminary entry, you can enter from June 7th to June 14th. Go into this site and log in and register. For those who are let's see, how are you chosen? So it seems like they are chosen under some discretion of the production staff, and they will also allow for some subs, so in case somebody can't make it, then other people can enter. So selection announcement will be June 18th at 5 o'clock. And basically the day schedule will be, you check in to the site, and then around 12:40, you'll look at the tournament charts. And then you can look at your bracket, and then you can look at the bracket's Discord server. Then check-in will run from June 26, 11:30 to 12:30. Alright, and this is the timings for each bracket. Alright, let's see. Sorry, this is going to get a bit boring, but nevertheless, I think reading through it was the best way to proceed. So you're going to check in, and if you can't check in correctly, then you won't be able to participate. So you have to enter before the tournament as well as check in during the day of the tournament. Regarding substitute numbers, they will have a priority, so given based off the number of the sub number, if you are chosen as a sub. There is no priority, but you will be given, and they will be chosen at random. And so, for those who are chosen to enter as subs, you will also have to check in during the day of. After you check in, you can't change your entry information. So please do all of, if you're going to change your name, your player ID, and all those kinds of things, please do that beforehand. And so there is a possibility that things might get delayed, due to unforeseen circumstances, such as the internet connection. So please make sure that you check in as soon as possible. Now let's look at this. So once you find out your brackets, or Taisen no Shinko Hoho, so how you proceed with your match. So once you find out your bracket information, go into that Discord channel. And then at the direction of the staff, go into the Discord voice chat and you will listen to the directions. And then you'll send a screenshot of your formation to the staff. Then you will go into the make a room, and then you will set a password. Then the staff will go into as spectators and sort of give you directions in voice chat. Now regarding breaking rules and rematches. So if you bring in a formation that is not the same as the one that you sent as a screenshot, you will automatically be forfeit. And you cannot change your formation in the event of a rematch, which is... What is the reason for them saying... I see, so each match you can bring a different thing, but against the same person, I think you can only have one formation. Alright, and then let's see, where were we again? I think we were here, right? Yep. And then if the tournament staff find that you've been breaking the rules, then you will automatically lose that match. If the tournament staff finds you've been doing something in bad faith, then you will automatically be forfeit. And this is up to the discretion of the staff, so you make sure you don't do anything fishy. If there is a lag or a crash or some unforeseen circumstance, then the results of that match will still be in effect, and you will not be able to rematch. This is very reminiscent of the J tournaments. Even though it's not really usually the fault of the player, unfortunately, but there's really no better way to do that. Anyways, your connection is sort of your responsibility, and in any matter related to connection issues, rematches will not be allowed. There is a possibility of a rematch if the spectator side cannot find or cannot view the game or find footage or some kind of error happens. And then please make sure you read the I guess restricted rules or the forbidden rules. So kinshi jiko, so these are things that you are not allowed to do. And if you do them, then you will be forfeit. There might even be penalties. And if the staff find that you've been doing something in bad faith, they can automatically forfeit you. And let's see. And they can deny you from entering any future tournaments. So these are the things that are not allowed. Having multiple accounts enter by the same person, using somebody else's account. Something that breaks the game's rules. Some abuse, such as making fun of somebody, lying, harassing or saying like bad words, foul words in the tournament Discord. Things that are seen, I'm not too sure what this means actually. I think it's things that would not be seen as, I guess like good manners or like vulgar activities that are publicly recognized, I guess. And anything that really goes against basically what is written here. Alright, so if you have any questions, sorry this section was really botched. This was the first time, kind of like the first time I've translated this type of content. Anyways, so if you have any questions, you can go to this site and ask, and they are excited for everybody's entry. Alright, and that about wraps up today's notice updates. Yeah, so I wonder what Omega Raid is going to look like. I wonder if it's going to be very similar to the Beast, the Beast Sun, I think. But we'll have to wait and see. And I'm really curious what the Diamond Coat does. Anyways, as always, if you have any questions, comments, or feedback, please let me know in the comment section below. And good luck on the battlefields of Arsha.